it's here. After over a year since the Mistlands was added to the game, the Ashlands is finally out on the public test branch, and there is a ton of new content, with tons of new mobs, items, dungeons, and of course a new boss. And in this video, we're gonna talk about all of it. This is everything in the Ashlands. This video is sponsored by DatHost. If, like me, you're super excited to jump into the Ashlands update with some friends, DatHost is an affordable and easy to use way to do that. They offer Valheim servers across 26 different locations to give you the best ping, PC and Xbox crossplay, a one-click mod installer, and automated backups. Accessing the public test branch to play the Ashlands is also super accessible. You just go to the settings menu and click the branch drop down. They also offer servers for Palworld and Enshrouded. They offer a discount if you wish to play quarterly or yearly, and to sweeten the deal, they're offering a sizable 30% off your first month if you sign up via the link in the description or the pinned comment. A massive thank you to DatHost for sponsoring this video. Let's jump into it. Let's start by talking about the biome itself. Once you get to the Ashlands, which is located at the southernmost point of your map, you'll first be greeted by creepy stone spikes sticking out of smoky boiling water. On land, there's mysterious smoldering forests, massive lava fields, ruined dwarven villages, natural stone arches with sulfur stalactites, decrepit ancient stone structures filled with vines and ash, and huge pillars of flame metal where you gather the new ore. In the boiling waters of the Ashlands, you'll also need the new boat, the Draka, as other boats in the game will actually take damage from the boiling water. And not only that, but running out of stamina while swimming in the Ashlands will cause you to die rapidly, as the boiling effect causes your health to go down even faster than swimming without stamina in normal water. Once you get to shore, you'll find several new enemies, including multiple different types of chard, a new creature called the Asvin, a new type of explosive blob, vultures, and more. Right out the gate, you'll immediately notice this biome has so much more enemy variety than most of the biomes in the game, and the AI is incredibly aggressive. Amongst all the chaos, you will also find some moments of brief respite, as the Ashlands also sees the return of dwarven settlements, where you can rest and recharge, and the dwarves will even fight alongside you if enemies get nearby. One of the main things you're going to be focused on whilst exploring the Ashlands is finding one of the new fortresses. They can be spotted from pretty far away from these giant beams of light, and they contain loot essential for summoning the new boss and crafting some of the new items. However, gaining access won't be so easy, as they are guarded by several different types of enemies, and the walls of the structure are only breakable by using the new wood-powered battering ram. There's also a new type of cave where you can find some new loot, one of the creepiest enemies in the game, and if you're lucky, a special Vegvasier that will reveal the location of the new mini-boss, or a fragment used to craft one of the new swords. The mini-boss is genuinely tough because you have to fight in an enclosed space, and he has a lot of HP. If you do manage to defeat him, you'll be rewarded with another piece used to craft the special sword. The special sword in question is the Durnwin, a large blade engulfed in flames that deals a lot of slash damage as well as fire damage. This brings me on to the weapons. There are a ton of new weapons in this update, including tons of new melee weapons, crossbows, and bows. One of the coolest things about these new weapons is that most of them have several different variants. There's a green one that has a chance at causing a special effect that immobilizes enemies, a red one that causes you to deal more damage based on how much health you've lost, and a blue one that has a chance at dealing lightning damage. This adds so much variety to combat in Valheim. There's also a bunch of new magic weapons. There's a new fire staff that has the cluster bomb effect, a staff that can summon the vines of their elder, a crazy magical shotgun, and perhaps the most insane of them all, a new blood magic staff that can summon 2 giant undead trolls that will attack anything, including you, indiscriminately. There's also several new armor types. There's the flame metal armor that, along with providing a lot of protection, also adds heat resistance. There's a new armor set that buffs ether regen even more than the one from the Mistlands. And there is finally an upgrade to troll armor in the form of a new armor set that has no movement debuff. There's also a new cape that will increase your movement speed in the direction of the wind and reduce stamina usage while dodging, and a cape that decreases the stamina usage of attacks and blocks, which is extremely useful for using the new high DPS dual wield weapons. There's also a bunch of new food, including some new pies that need to be cooked in the oven, and a new lingering health mead and lingering eater mead that give larger passive buffs. There's a new smoke bomb for throwing at enemies, a basalt bomb that creates platforms in the lava to get to flame metal, a flame metal missile for the ballista, charred bolts for crossbows, and a new type of arrow called the charred arrow. To craft all of these items, you'll also need to do some of the new crafting upgrades. There's rolling pins for the cauldron, taking cooking now to level 6. There's an artisan press for the artisan table, taking that to level 2. There's a metal cutter and a gem cutter for the black forge, taking that to level 5. And there's a wreath for the golder table, taking that to level 4. There are a ton of new build pieces that have been added to the game. Way too many to go through individually, but this is all of them. There's new wood and new stone build pieces. And here's an example of something I quickly whipped up just for demonstration purposes. Overall, the new build pieces are excellent. There's also something called the shield generator that creates a giant force field around your base that will protect you from projectiles, and the new cinder rain in the Ashlands, where fiery boulders will come crashing out of the sky, causing potential damage to your base. One of the most fun additions is the new catapult, which comes with 2 different types of ammunition, one normal and one explosive. However, you can also launch yourself through the air by standing on top of it and then placing the ammunition, which is a lot of fun. There's even a new stone portal which adds the long-awaited feature to be able to teleport with metals and anything else you couldn't port with before. There is, of course, the new boss, which is absolutely epic. The new boss ability that gives plus 300 carry capacity and plus 10% movement speed. And the icing on the cake is that the mob, the Aspen, is actually tamable and mountable with a new saddle. There is a ton of stuff worth getting excited about in the Ashlands, and I am super excited to dive in and make a ton of content about it. And I hope you guys are excited to follow along with the journey. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for future content. I do stream live on this very YouTube channel and also live on Twitch at twitch.tv/NickRawcliffe, so I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in that. You can support the content financially on Patreon. You can join my Discord and follow me on social media at the links below. And until next time, have a good one.